Hi, it's Father Barry. It is June 15th, Tuesday, the Daily Word. And we are going to remember that it's Sacred Heart Month. And we're going to pray with a resurrection kind of attitude and think of the glorious wounds on Christ's body in his resurrection. I'm going to read from this spiritual book as our opening prayer. Glorified wounds on Jesus' risen body are the fruit of his patient endurance. When we gaze upon them with eyes of faith, we see the same tender patience with which God endured the complaints and sinfulness of his people throughout the times of the patriarchs and prophets. Jesus' precious blood reveals the invisible love of God that has created us, sustained us, and brought us to this present time. Through these wounds, Pope Francis says, as in a light-filled opening, we can see the entire mystery of Christ and of God, his passion, his earthly life, his incarnation. Okay, we can see the wounds of Jesus, crucified and risen. His mercy extends from generation to generation, so Mary says in her Magnificat. That opening prayer was from Pope Francis, April 15th, 2015, April 2015. So, reminds me of a Bible verse, another one we can memorize, and it's the verse after the verse I went over yesterday. Yesterday we did Romans 12:11. Today, Romans 12:12. I'm going to do the NIV version again, okay? Try to get the cross in the background. There we go. Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. That's the word of the Lord for today to memorize. Be joyful in hope, be patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Let's just take each one of them and make a meditation on it today. Be joyful in hope. You know, one of the characteristics of a real true believer is that they have an anchor of hope in them, and the hope is Christ. And Christ is the promise of God. He's in us, okay, and he always is giving us hope. And hope is to lead us, and we need to be led by God and not just lead ourselves or do it our way. No, we do it in the will of God. And we're joyful that we can do the will of God and we can hope on it, that living in Christ is getting us somewhere. It's getting us into a glorious eternity, into the love of God, into his heart. Be patient in affliction, that opening prayer there. Okay, we talked about that. There's a lot of afflictions we endure in our time. We do so, again, with Christ, and think of the wounds on his glorified body as a reminder of his being patient in affliction. And then be faithful in prayer. Besides all the other things that we can do, being in prayer is the great work of any believer. To pray, and to pray with two ways going on.